What's going on, guys? This is your motivation guy, Keith Allen, and today I'm here to bring you guys the first ever video on Pro Guy's brand new Apex Legends channel. And I'm here to bring you guys your daily source of motivation and energy. And we've been in the lab, whipping up some of the best Apex Legend tips and tricks, working with some of the best pros like Snip3down. Today, we're gonna start off with some of the best legends that you can play in this season of Ranked on the World's Edge map. We're here to help you guys win more games and really rank up fast. You guys ready for this? Let's get this going. First, it's important to know how to gain RP effectively. So in your rank push this season, you want to get top 5 as often as you can. The more kills, the better. But our number one goal is getting high placement every game. We don't mean hide from everybody or just sit in the zone all game and heal. But at the same time, you shouldn't be running to east and west, fragment each game and fighting every team. Play to survive, guys, and if you happen to also get a bunch of kills along the way, great. That's more RP for you. Just remember, the higher the placement you get every game, the more points you're gonna earn for each kill you have. So when you choose to take a fight, this is where your legend comes in. The picks we're gonna cover today can help you avoid third parties, get higher placement, and take fights when the time comes. And let me tell you guys, if you watch this video all the way through, I know you're gonna be climbing the rank ladder in no time. With that being said, let's get this list going. Sprinting his way into our first slot, there's no surprise here. We're gonna start off with Octane, a power pick in Season 8, and he will remain one here in Season 9. While he did receive a sizable nerf to his stem, causing him to lose more health, Octane's mobility is just too high to not include in this list. And so while these nerfs will require you to be more mindful when using your Q instead of spamming it on cooldown, the speed boost remains the same. Octane can still run around like Sonic and soar through the sky on World's Edge, constantly moving between cover, traversing buildings very quickly, and jump padding when he's gotta go fast.
You need to move faster than that, amigo. Speed is life.
While his jump pad isn't as safe as a Wraith Portal, it is on a much lower cooldown and can be used on demand. Octane can reposition faster than any legend in the game. Plus, if you add in advanced movement skills such as crouch spamming, bee hopping, and wall bounces, he becomes that much stronger. Not to mention, if your teammates do end up going down, Octane can still get you that top 5 placement we talked about earlier. Whether it's a Bangalore ultimate or a Bloodhound scan, Octane's stem and launch pad can get you out of any situation. Okay, one final tip. Anytime you need to push a fight or get away in a pinch, remember to use his ultimate. It's on a low cooldown and it's incredibly strong, so don't be afraid to use it. Filling out the next spot on this list is Bloodhound. This may not be surprising as Bloodhound was an absolute menace last season. The season before that, well, honestly, every season. Like, his ability to constantly know the position of his enemies with his scan is incredibly strong, making him the go-to recon legend. Bloodhound will remain strong this season, though the developers did take away getting free kill participation from scanning an enemy. While this is a balance change he was in need of, gone are the days of getting free KP from pressing Q. Because World's Edge is a larger, more vertical map, his scan is definitely a bit weaker this season. It's important where you're looking when you use it, because if you look too high or low, you might not catch nearby enemies. That being said, his scan is still powerful as always, especially combined with his ult. Beast of the Hunt allows Bloodhound to spot enemies from afar, gives a large amount of movement speed, and allows him to use his tactical ability more frequently. The other go-to recon legend in the game, Crypto, is great at gathering information for his team. However, he requires a lot of setup. While Bloodhound doesn't require any downtime, and he has additional mobility that makes him a better individual legend. He also makes rotating to any new POI on the map much safer because you'll have the ability to scan and see your opponent's tracks if they were in the area recently. Overall, if you're looking for a power pick for Season 9, there's not a safer one than Bloodhound. Plus, every team will be happy to see you locking Bloodhound. Moving on, we have one of the most elusive legends in the game, Wraith. Wraith's kit is entirely focused on repositioning and taking smart fights, exactly what you're looking for in your rank push this season. While she struggled a bit last season on Olympus, World's Edge suits her much better as there is just much more reliable cover to take advantage of her abilities. Many of the cluttered areas on World's Edge make Wraith a menace, as she can be incredibly difficult to fight when there are not clear, consistent lines of sight to spot out her ultimate. If you're looking to pick her up, alright, it's vital to use her portal effectively. A good Wraith Wraith player can quickly reposition themselves and find different angles to take fights, surprise their opponents, or get their team out of a tough spot. Let's say your team gets involved in a fight they aren't going to win. You can look to find a new building or a safe spot to create a portal to get your team out of trouble. Then, if the enemies follow you through the portal, they find themselves at a disadvantage. Or, if they don't, your team gets time to heal and reevaluate the fight. On top of her ultimate, her Q is an amazing tool to get you out of any sticky situation. If you overextend, find yourself caught in the open, or want to make a portal safely, then Into the Void has you covered. Just remember guys, her abilities have a very long cooldown, so you need to use them effectively. Getting caught in the open without your Q or in a third party with no portal can be the difference between the top 10 and a win. Her mobility and utility is why Wraith finds herself on this elite list of legends. Her ability to utilize the landscape of World's Edge to her advantage makes her a top tier pick for climbing in this ranked season. Plus, who doesn't love the kunai knife? It was my first heirloom, I tell you that. Alright, so next up on this list is the professional soldier, Bangalore. Her smokes are able to blanket entire choke points of the map and can be a great way to reposition her and her team, even more so on World's Edge with its tight angles. In a pinch, her Q can be launched at her opponents, offering cover for your team. When you combine her smoke with double time, giving her incredible movement speed with being shot at, it can be very tough to keep up with Bangalore. Not to mention that her ultimate brings down bombs and creates chaos for any enemy squad. One thing that you should look to do with the ultimate is force the opponents to split up and pick them off one by one. This can create advantages for your team and allow for easy kill participation. Alright, so keep in mind, Bangalore's abilities have a steep learning curve, as she can easily ruin fights for her own squad mates with a poor ult or smoke grenade. Like we said, surviving is equally important to getting kills, so don't be that Bangalore smoking off their team and dropping bombs on your teammates. That being said, if you master her kit, it can be the difference maker in any fight and create some valuable spacing and disruption. Amazing players like Shiv FPS of Luminosity Gaming have found a tremendous amount of success playing Bangalore, queuing solo. Shiv in particular has been able to reach Apex Predator almost every single season, primarily playing solo queue. So take that as an example. If you take time to learn Bangalore, the sky's the limit. Pilot her correctly and you're gonna find yourself ranking up in no time. The final legend that we're going to be talking about in this video, soaring through the sky, is none other than Valkyrie. While she is still untested, there is a very high chance that Valkyrie becomes one of the best picks in Season 9. The raw verticality from her jets will allow for travel through the heights of World's Edge at her will. This passive will allow for effective scouting for her team and ensure POIs are free of enemy squads. Or, if you're hunting down those kills, pair her passive with her ultimate and your opponents will never get too far. Her Q looks to be quite strong as well, giving you the power to slow down your opponents and deal some initial damage. It's like you're throwing 12 baby arc stars at your opponents. I know, insane, right? On top of this, her ult brings a lot of power to a team as it allows them to relocate at incredible distance while also acting as a scouting tool while you're in the air. She will likely be much better in an organized team environment than when playing solo because her abilities require a bit of coordination. And so with her ultimate, your team needs to group with you to fly, and they need to be ready to fight whenever you land a huge Q on your opponent. Regardless, we're still not sure how strong Valkyrie truly will become because the season is so fresh. But so far, she's looking pretty strong. And our pro analysis predict she's going to be a very good pick in Season 9 and beyond. Alright guys, that's going to be it for our top 5 legends to climb with in Season 9. Hey, make sure to let us know in the comments below, what kind of videos you guys want to see next. We're here to help you take your game to the next level and have all the tips and tricks that you need to reach your dream rank. Hey, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to connect with me on my Instagram, I would love to talk to you, connect with you at Your Motivation Guy. Hey, you'll see me on the next one with more great Apex tips. Until then, have a good one.